Andrew Tate. We're catching up with our boy, Andrew Tate. For those of you guys that don't know, for like a month now, Andrew Tate has been rotting away in a cell in a Romanian jail, which is made all that much funnier when you consider the fact that he has bragged about how his criminal connections and the corruption of the police system and the legal system in Romania would allow him to get away with rape if he wanted to. And he also talked about how he would be immune from false allegations in Romania. Now, of course, this has not stopped his fans from arguing that his imprisonment or his, confinement on the account of charges for human trafficking, sex trafficking women, that has not stopped his fans from arguing that these are false allegations. They're just allegations, guys. It really is crazy how many of these Zoomers, like these young teenagers, really have not engaged with any, like, legal anything when it comes to a crime outside of internet drama. Like, oh, allegation this, allegation that. Like, they think that being charged criminally is like an allegation. That's not what has happened for Andrew Tate. What's even funnier are the ones trying to get Biden to pardon Andrew Tate. That's even funnier. But with all that said, Andrew Tate has been locked up and rotting for a hot minute now. It's been very, very funny, especially when you consider the fact that he has spent the last couple years now that he's been spreading vitriolic hate across the internet from a glorious fucking compound with like a goddamn fleet of Bugattis. So it's pretty happy to see him lose all of that and be rotting in a cell. It just fills me with happiness. It makes my heart flutter a little bit. So with that said, let's go ahead and update ourselves on what's been going on with Andrew Tate and his confinement and find out what's going on with him. Apparently, he's been put in solitary. I don't know why. All I know is it's happened, and he is not having a good time there. So let's check out this video. This, really quick, before we watch it, this video is by CLR Bruce Rivers. He is a criminal lawyer who does YouTube content, and he's pretty fucking cool. He's also pretty funny as well. And I like his content, and he fucking hates Andrew Tate, so go drop a like. Go drop a like on the video. Let's watch this. I want to know what's up with the Tate hole.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal
Holy shit. This guy has far more riz than Andrew Tate does. Like, tell me this guy has less riz than Andrew Tate.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And he's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to
Riz is just short for charisma. Yeah.
another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer, board-certified by the National Board of Trial Advocacy and the Minnesota State Bar Association as a criminal law specialist and criminal trial specialist. What does that mean? It means I'm qualified to do what I do, and I do it well. Today we're going back to the well because this story is always in the news. Who? Mr. Top G! Andrew Tate. But before we get to Andrew Tate, this episode is brought to you.
Is it still quiet for you guys? Should I boost it more? I can use the volume booster to make it louder. Is it still quiet?
By eSign.com.
eSign.com. A tad.
Let's say you're in
1 moment.
Solitary confinement, and the only thing you have is a laptop, and you need to sign your contracts with your lawyers because you're switching lawyers because you're pissed off at them because you're in solitary confinement. The new lawyers send you a contract, and they do it remotely by sending you a document with an eSign.
I absolutely love how his sponsor is literally for criminals. Like, this channel, I feel like so many of the things he sponsors for, like, he's like, hey, I'm your guy. He's like the Saul Goodman of YouTube.
Now you get 3 signatures a month. Download the app, and it's fantastic. So your solitary confinement, if you've got a laptop in there and you got internet service, it doesn't affect you at all. So go to eSign.com for any kind of remote business, and you can execute just about any kind of document you want. eSign.com. Download the app. 3 signatures a month for free. Now Andrew Tate, Top G is now the bottom prisoner, that is. And how do you tweet when you're in solitary confinement? You want to answer that? No, I don't know. And how do you contact people when you're in solitary confinement? That's the other thing I'd like to know. But Andrew Tate has asked his followers for prayers as the former kickboxer currently stays in solitary confinement. In the darkened silence of solitary confinement, there is almost no noise. Pray for me.
He writes things down on paper and has, like, when he gets visitation, he has his guys tweet it out. Like, he writes things down on paper, and then his guys who have access to his social media, like, tweet from there. I don't believe he has access to the internet from prison.
Me, I can hear you. Okay, it's a little dramatic, I guess. So here's the thing: solitary confinement is no joke, and I actually am not a fan of solitary confinement. I think it's cruel and unusual punishment.
No, I think it's hilarious as fuck. I'm sorry. No, I think that Andrew Tate, especially of all people, has given up, like, all respect, like, all human respect. Like, he's lost his right to human rights, in my opinion. So no, yeah, like, death penalty for all I care. I mean, hell yeah. Is there not, like, there should be a, like, multi-million signature petition to give to Andrew Tate the death penalty. That happened for Boogie. When Boogie was getting harassed by that Nazi troll dude who went to his house and Boogie fired the warning shot in the air, there was, like, a petition online that had, like, over 1 million signs to have for him to get the death penalty. Because people hate Boogie so much because of mostly fat phobia. I wonder if Andrew Tate got anywhere near that much hate. He didn't. People like Andrew Tate a lot more than Boogie. Which really just goes to show, like, how bad of a human being you can be as a right-winger online. And it's just, that's who you are. That's your character. Zan, stop. The death penalty is bad. Of course it's bad. I'm fucking memeing.
Quite frankly.
Can you guys just not enjoy the bit? Just enjoy the bit. Just relax, take a deep breath, sigh, let a load off, and enjoy some political comedy from your favorite. You guys know I'm based. You guys know I'm based. You guys don't have to, like, freak out every time I do a bit. All right? You guys know I'm based. Have some faith.
The whole purpose of putting somebody behind bars is to keep them out of society for whatever reason.
No, Zan, it's time for me to type 5 paragraphs lecturing you. Fucking real. Akira Tanakel knows how it is.
They're a danger or a flight risk when it's pretrial. And in this case, you know, there's only 2 ways you get in solitary, right? Either you get into fights with people and you're being disciplined, or you need to be...
Contraband. He probably had contraband. You can get put in solitary for contraband, absolutely. It's certainly in Romanian prison, right? They put people in the shoe for contraband all the time in prisons and jails. So he probably got... I don't think he got in a fight with anybody. I think he probably had contraband. Because he said that he had... Yeah, they call it the shoe in a lot of prisons. Instead of, like, solitary confinement, they call it the shoe. So basically... he very well could have just had, because he said he has criminal connections, which means he might have had criminal connections in the jail, and it's very possible that he was getting cigarettes, cigars, or even other drugs snuck to him, or like smuggled in. He got caught and ended up in solitary for it.
Protected because you're either a celebrity or a top G, or
he also could have checked himself in. If he felt like he was in danger, he could have checked himself in, which is a massive pussy move. But he could have done that as well.
You just need protection because too many people are messing with you. It really is a cruel thing to do to somebody, to put them in solitary confinement. And for somebody to be in solitary confinement, it has a very deleterious effect on your psyche, because we're social animals, right? And if you're in a dark room by yourself for extended periods of time, you kind of go crazy. I don't know how he gets a tweet out. I mean, I don't think he's got a device in there. He might, but I doubt it. And if you're in solitary, generally you don't have visiting privileges. You don't have the ability to call somebody and say, hey, I'm in...
I need you all to understand that while, yes, I am against solitary confinement and all of that, this is still absurdly funny. This is still very, very funny that it's happening to Andrew Tate, okay? Can we just be happy it's happening to Andrew Tate? Let's be glad it's happening to a bad person. Bad things happening to bad people is a dub, okay? let's just enjoy the dubs when we get them, all right?
So I'm in the hole. That's what the other thing they call it, is in the hole. But generally, it's for disciplinary problems, and it's a punishment, and it's usually for a definite period of time. Now, remember, he was denied his appeal, so they extended it another 30 days. And the prosecutor can ask for up to 180 days. But I've had people spend a significant amount of time in solitary. When they come out, they're beaten down. I mean, it is really not a fun place to be. I thought
Nice.
Mr. Tate was the most perspicacious, the highest mental fortitude. Give me a break. Do you remember him saying that? He just.
I am free in my mind. Wait, what's the thing he does? He does this, right? Is this his hand symbol that he does? Here, let me see if we can get it right. Hold on. He does it like this. Right. I need all of you to listen, alright? I'm doing incel jujitsu or ninjutsu or whatever it is right now. Bugatti, Top J, women, bad, misogyny, isn't real, Top J Bugatti. And then just the donations start rolling in,
So boisterous and so out there. And now he's eating those words. And one of the problems is when you have a situation where you bluster so much. I bluster a little bit, but hopefully I've got enough to back up my bullshit, right? But when you are sitting there blustering like you are, and then you criticize people, you criticize the very people that are housing you, telling them how corrupt you are.
Oh no, not a court in Romania. Internationally respected Romanian court. When you put me in jail, I'm gonna walk in there with a pile of money like this.
I tell you, every single one of those guards has heard that. The judge heard that. That motivates them to treat you like shit in jail. Now, I don't revel in the.
Yes! God, that's awesome. God, I hope so. Fuck, I hope so. Who knows, maybe he does get Epstein. Holy shit. Now that I think about it, we're talking about a Romanian jail. And those guards might not like him very much. How many people get their rib cages beaten in by COs in Romanian jails? It might not even be an Epstein situation. He might just get beat to death by the guards.
Fact that he's suffering in jail. Would rather he not be in jail. I mean, but you got to be smart with your words, because if you're not, it comes to bite you in the ass. And as I am a player in the institution of law, I have to respect it, right? Because if I want to live to fight another day, I need to respect it, act accordingly. I can be a zealous advocate
You don't have to
in
agree
my
with it.
world and still, get the respect of a prosecutor and the respect of a judge. And I'm able to navigate those waters effectively. When you flout, now I don't hate Andrew Tate. I mean, I'm not saying I like him, but his bravado is something that is really biting him in the ass right now.
Yep.
He's flaunted a flagrant disregard for the rule of law and for the legal system. And now, at the end of the day, will he be found not guilty? I have no idea. I don't know.
No, he can't say that, like, oh, I hate Andrew Tate, he's a sex trafficker. He's an actively practicing lawyer. That would just be very unprofessional for him to do. You have to remember, like, this is a man who has a career in which he has to be very careful with what he says on the internet, okay? So just keep in mind, he probably would go a lot harder than he is right now, especially when you consider the fact that the last video we watched from this guy, he was mercilessly dunking on the Andrew Tate stands. And it was funny as fuck.
The strength of their cases. But guess what? While they're sitting there, these two ladies are going to be snitches. You watch. I would bet you $1 to a hole in a donut that those ladies are going to be snitches. That's just my guess. Because
Hope so.
they can't take this. Once they start to crack, they might find a way out. In other words, snitch and they get released. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but that's a possibility. But when you sit there and you flout a fundamental disrespect, and they've got so much material showing that he is not in any way respectful of the Romanian legal system or the British, or any legal system for that matter. Even his lawyers. I'm surprised he still has the same lawyers. You watch. I bet you in a little bit, it won't be too long before he all of a sudden says, my lawyer's not doing shit for me. I need to get a new lawyer. He's probably already saying that. I've seen guys like this. Unless what we see on tape is not how he is.
His lawyer is a dumb ass. His lawyer is a dumb ass.
Behind the scenes. But I doubt it. And so this is not the guy who said, "Oh, I'm going to go in there. I'm just going to get my money here, give my money there, give my money there, and I'm going to be all." No, that isn't the way it works. And when you see guys do that, the people on the other end of that, the guards, the people running the place, the judge, the prosecutor, it motivates them to be 10 times harsher, to be...
Can you imagine if this court trial is live streamed? It might actually break the fucking internet. It would be bigger than Johnny Depp v. Amber Heard. Like, we need this. The live coverage of it would be groundbreaking. Not groundbreaking, but like earth-shattering. Which basically means the same thing, but different context. Oh my god, look at his hat. Yeah, it says stop self-snitching.
Not nice to him to, dot their I's and cross their T's, all the better. They're motivated. At the end of the day, in the final analysis, when you analyze his the cost benefit,
the matrix is breaking, ladies and gentlemen. The matrix is breaking. All right. In my mind, I am free from the matrix. In the real world, which exists in my mind, I am free. I need you all to realize this. I am the top G.
I mean, he could have still maintained all that bravado, all the things that he needed to maintain for his persona, without that flagrant disrespect for the system, for the legal system. I mean, he said straight out that he went from London to Romania to avoid the legal system and to be able to commit crimes. Oh, I committed 9 felonies. I mean...
I've committed 9 felonies and never been caught. They will never get me for this. And if they ever do try to get me, I'll walk into the prison with an entire pack of cigars, an entire stack of money like this, and my Bugatti being trailed behind me by my chauffeur. Like, dude, this guy has set himself up for the most spectacular downfall. The definition of the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
You didn't have to do that.
What if he prison suitcased it? Honestly? Nah, I feel like if anything, Aiden Ross could probably prison suitcase it, but nah, not Andrew Tate. He's the top. He's the top G for a reason.
That you could have been top G without self-snitching.
Get me out of jail.
Well, the law says
you're guilty. I said get me out of jail. I don't go see a lawyer to talk about the law. I've committed multiple felonies. You think you sound smart? Well, I went to law school and it says on page
we don't care about the law.
And that's really, really, really going to bite. And if you remember what...
You can't feel bad for these people. They're impossible to feel bad for. You have to be such a massive loser. Your only way of feeling any form of success in your life is vicariously through them to defend these guys. Their entire career is just, let's be the biggest assholes we can be and see how many dumbasses think we're cool. And somehow a lot of dumbasses thought they were cool.
But his lawyers have said, Mr. Tate has nothing but the utmost respect for the Romanian legal system. Yeah. So, and we know that some of it, or all of it was 100% bravado. None of it was based in reality. And that's that's a danger of you guys following somebody where their shit isn't based in reality.
It's not based.
Like QAnon. Following somebody blindly. You can admire people, but you can still...
Taking a jab at QAnon there. I see you. Based. based.
Show that they have faults here or there. You know what I mean? You can't just so blindly say, I love Andrew Tate so much. And what do you get by being loyal to Andrew Tate? I mean, maybe you're a fan, and I guess at the end of the day, you just get disappointed. You know? I mean, and I say that with...
You get scammed. Everybody... You know why Andrew Tate is called Top G, right? It's not like... sex jokes aside, it's because he's the top of the pyramid scheme. He's at the top of the pyramid scheme. It's top grifter. He's literally at the top of the pyramid scheme. You guys know why YouTube Shorts are flooded with Andrew Tate short clips? It's because those are people who have signed on for Hustlers University. And when you sign on for Hustlers University, you know what they tell you to do? Share clips of Andrew Tate on your YouTube channel to inflate your channel. But who benefits from that in the end? Who benefits from a bunch of people paying a shit ton of money for a class that tells them to make clip channels for his content, to spread his content around? Who benefits from that at the end of the day? Who's at the top of that pyramid? You know who's at the top of that pyramid. You know who.
Some jocularity, because I like to make people laugh a little bit, but there really isn't a solid reason to just get behind this guy. And I'm sorry, guys, but there just isn't. And I'm waxing philosophic here, and I'm really supposed to just analyze the criminal side of this, and I am to a certain degree. But the thing that's embedded in any kind of criminal problem is the social aspect of committing crimes and having to answer for them, right? So you guys don't follow guys like Andrew Tate. I mean, and I can't imagine many of you are, but don't follow in those footsteps, because look where...
The problem is so many Andrew Tate fans, like, they would see a video like this in their recommended, and if anything, they would block it. You have to understand, these are people whose entire... The closest they've gotten to politics is Andrew Tate's content. The closest they've gotten to like, anything vaguely law-related is Andrew Tate talking about how the law doesn't matter. They've been brainwashed by him. They're in a cult. It's pretty overtly a cult.
It's gotten him, and it's gotten you, Bupkis. So this is just our little reaction to Andrew Tate being held in solitary confinement, which I'm totally opposed. I think it's cruel and unusual punishment. There's other methods of correcting somebody's behavior or protecting them. I suspect that it's some behavior issues while he's in there. And so we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer.
That was a good video. I like this guy. He does a good job of getting the info across, and I like his takes, generally speaking. So make sure you go and you send some support. As I said before, I dropped the link in chat. Make sure you go send some support over there, because great-ass fucking content. 850k subs as well, so not too far off from 1 million. I want to see him hit 1 million. That would be awesome. That'd be really cool to see. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like. It really helps out my channel a lot. And of course, you can comment down below, subscribe, and ring the bell icon too, so YouTube tells you when I go live or upload a brand new video. And of course, if you want to support me directly financially, you can always donate, subscribe, or gift a sub on my website by clicking one of those two buttons up on the top left there. And you can also support me financially by donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on, YouTube, Twitch, or supporting me through Patreon, PayPal, or not PayPal, Streamlabs or Stream Elements. Although I do think Patreon works with PayPal, so you can do it that way, I suppose. Anyway, with all that said, I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.